Before I go on, I would like to invite you to kindly subscribe to the DataEdge Academy Facebook page, where you could be privileged to follow a lot of interesting videos that will motivate you along to be part and parcel of this dream and vision of teaching and learning data science with Dr. Anthony Onoja. So, as I was saying, the Data Edge Academy was born out of the passion I have, to impact the knowledge of AI, data science, analytics, and computing to a generation of people in Africa that I really feel they really need the skills in order to be useful in the fourth industrial revolution era. As you all know, there have been a rapid changes in the market, and a lot of graduates have been graduating without learning the useful practical skills. This makes most of them to be jobless, most of them to be confused, and moving from one thing to the other without finding their real purpose. So, what does this skills and knowledge of AI going to do for you in 2025? Learning data science and AI skills and coding skills, for example, with me, is going to open you up to the lots of opportunities that are out there. First of all, it's going to equip you with practical skills in AI and also in data science. You're going to be privileged to learn from someone who has spent most of his life trying to understand how these things work and how they could be also applied in different areas. For example, I'm currently apply AI, like I said, and data science techniques in the areas of healthcare. Whenever I'm confronted with complex problems, the first thing I think about is how to break it into a little tasks. And then I think about how I'm going to write the algorithms that will help me to execute these things. And I'm going to teach you all these skills and knowledge that I've accumulated over the years. I'm not going to hide anything from you because I'm passionate to see you succeed in 2025. My calling is to see you have the right skills that will make you employable and also stand out. I'm passionate to see you climb to the very top of the success ladder. So, what are the kind of things that I'm going to be teaching you at Data Science Academy? Sorry, Data Edge Academy. The first thing I'm going to teach you is I'm going to teach you coding skills. I'm going to tell you more about the programming languages that are out there and which of them you could actually utilize in your everyday life. Secondly, I'm going to teach you about the softwares that are out there, the open softwares and also the private softwares. For example, I'm going to tell you about open softwares like Python. I'm also going to tell you about things like R. Also going to tell you about other things like GitHub and so many other open softwares that you could utilize. I'm also going to tell you about software, statistical softwares like SPSS or Starter, which you could utilize. Although I would warn you to focus on one of these tools so you could become a pro and a master in these areas. Secondly, I'm going to teach you about things on web development. I'm going to teach you about languages like HTML and Java, where you could be able to use them to develop HTML pages in which we talk about website creation, etc. Not just that, I'll teach you about data science techniques and also artificial intelligence basics. When I talk about data science techniques, it's very, very wide, where you will be privileged to follow me in a journey where I'm going to teach you about the different kinds of AI approaches we have. For example, I'm going to teach you about machine learning, where I'm going to tell you about the supervised and the unsupervised machine learning approaches. I'm also going to introduce you to things like reinforcement learning, which is being used in areas such as robotics. Also going to tell you about computer vision, and I was also going to tell you about things like generative AI, where we will be privileged to learn about some of the generative AI tools like ChatGPT and NoteLM, where you could. I also going to tell you about how you could be able to write prompt. They are prompt engineering, writing. Come to think of it, most of these AI tools, like we say, the computer is garbage in, garbage out. So if you don't give it the right prompt, you're going to generate sort of hallucinations. And these sort of hallucinations, if you feed it to the system, you will get lots of errors. Lots of people frown on using these tools without following the ethics, without knowing some of the privacy concerns and some of the things that are out there that they're supposed to do. So I've known. So you're going to be privileged to learn some of these things from me, as I'm a professional in this field, and I know a lot about some of those things. And I'm going to reveal almost everything to you because I really want you to succeed. Secondly, you're also going to learn about areas such as cybersecurity. You're also going to learn about business analytics and how you could be able to deploy some of these things to become an entrepreneur. I am passionate to see you create your first tools, such as web tools. I was also passionate to see you develop apps that could solve complex problems that we are facing in Africa. As you all know, Nigeria is passing through a very hard time. It is a period where lots of people are confused, lots of people are worried. They don't really know about the uncertainty that the future brings. It is a new year, and I challenge you to start something new. Follow us in this journey and see how you could be able to be part and parcel of this dream. I'm going to be posting exciting videos, and also I'm going to be sharing some of the webinars and some of the workshops that where I'm privileged to have talked to a larger audience about some of these things. So you will get to learn about these things. And then outside academic, I'm also going to be telling you about some of the interesting things that have been like a life uh, objectives and goal for me. What made me to be able to graduate, for example, with the first class? What are some of the habits that I do as a daily routine? What makes me me? And how you could also use these things. I also wanted to let you know that these things are tested and trusted. I have been privileged to have shown some few people some of my hacks and tricks that they have also applied, and they have seen academic success in their life. I remember some of my colleagues who were at the bottom of the class during my undergraduate. When they were privileged to have become friends with me, they saw a drastic change. So I'm going to be motivating you in this journey. So it's not always going to be academics. I'm also going to be talking about things like some of my lifestyles and some of the things that I do in uh, my outside academic hours. I do a lot of other things. For example, these things I'm doing is just part of my passion with I'm doing outside my working hours. I wanted to see how I could reach out to the society and also to create a network of people that could be able to be equipped to face a larger audience, especially from the African continent. So I challenge you to share some of those videos, let it reach out, let it go viral, let it reach out to so many other people that will be interested to learn something new in 2025. So follow us on this exciting journey, and also we'll be sharing and talking about some of our webinar and also some of the classes that we will be coming up with. And you can be part of these classes, although you're going to pay a little token for some of those classes, but it will give you access to be able to participate and also to talk with me live, where you will be privileged in an interactive section to ask me questions and also to tell me about some of your anxieties and how I could be able to guide you, to get through this journey. Also, I will also be telling you some things about how to do research. How do you formulate your hypothesis? How do you develop them? How do you go about getting the right data set? How do you clean up some of this complex data set? And how do you put all the pieces together in order for you to make a strong argument and also a contribution to the knowledge gap? I'm also going to be telling you about all the exciting things that you don't really know about, such as scholarship tips, writing a very good and strong proposals. I'm also going to be telling you about other things such as your choices of institutions and also the courses you should and you should not do that I feel that will not be too relevant for you in this 21st century. The whole thing is to make you stand out. And I'm also really passionate to see you succeed. So follow me on this exciting journey as we continue to create a long-lasting relationship that can make you to be strong and also viable for an ever-changing, great, dynamic environment called the 21st century. So welcome to 2025 once again, and see you in some of our classes. See you in some of our webinars. Thank you.